start.
Term legacy while you're face down in the turf. Yeah, face down in the turf. I keep the receipt scrolling back to 2020. Remember, fees are aplenty, send an offer on a Sunday. Ruin your whole weekend while your team is sinking deep like a forest in the spring. Taxi squads growing while I'm chasing the ring. Leaving all my rivals in a permanent my bank. DyNasty, we do them dirty. Welcome to the show. Let's get nasty.
I'm so close. Like, I'm this close to doing it right. Like, you can see, like, week to week, I'm so close to getting the intro right. And it's just not happening. Like, I get nervous. The buttons don't go the right way.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
It's so close to all coming together. Like,
we'll eventually figure it out.
So freaking close. I pushed the wrong stream start button. Like, I just need to put them all close to each other. I turned on like a Siege stream background instead. It's right up here. There. It's so bad. I made this too.
I want Luther Burden.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I couldn't find one that would just let me rip Max Kellerman's voice. I can't believe they wouldn't let me just steal his voice.
That's still a good one.
There was one where Snoop Dogg has a partnership with them, and you can use Snoop Dogg's voice for stuff. But I would get like one use out of it because it's like a 7-day free trial, and then it's like a lot of money.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but that one.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with if you try to use some of the AI stuff, because Kylie accidentally like clicked on a link, and then her card got charged for fraud. So she had to go to the bank and get a new card. And then it was like $30. She got the $30 back, but she had to go to the bank, get a new card. It was a whole ordeal.
Disaster. Yeah, they'll sneak up on you. They'll either sneak up on a subscription, or it's just like, this is fraud. Yeah. We're taking your card.
She's been using ChatGPT a lot, and she's gotten that message where like you've reached your free whatever.
The tokens. You're out of tokens.
And she's like, I don't wanna pay for it.
Yeah, I'm like hopping between all the different sites I can find. I'll do like one at a time. And be like, all right, I'm out of my funds. But yeah, I think tonight what we're gonna do, boys, is do a little mock draft, because we don't get to do a mock draft for the rest of the year.
2027 mock draft.
Yeah, the 2027 mock draft. We're done with 2026.
That'll be on Sunday.
Yes, exactly.
Or Saturday night, right after our draft. Yes. We'll do a 2027 mock draft.
Exactly. Yep. We'll do 2027 way too early. Obviously. No landing spots. We could do landing spots. We could do like, this team will suck. This is the 101, and they get.
This is the projected draft order.
Yeah. This team is awful. Oh yeah, our teams too. Our team's like, who's the worst? It's probably Isaac. So it's probably Tim that has that pick.
So Tim with 101, he takes Jeremiah Smith, who is ruining Dynasty leagues.
Yeah, that headline we saw right before we started. Jeremiah Smith's ruining Dynasty leagues because no one will trade me their 2027 first. Like, I hate him. I hate this guy. I'm gonna blog about it now. Yeah, I hope Isaac listens to this in a week and is pissed that we think his team's gonna be 101 again. Prove us wrong, big dog.
How many? He is the team that's had the most first overall picks, right?
Oh, he has. Because I had his for Trevor.
Yep, for the very first draft.
I don't think he's had. I think this is his second one. Team. I don't think he's had another one.
I don't think any teams had two.
I think you're correct. Because
we have to look it up.
Trevor was the very first 101.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, it was like Yeah, what was 22?
Oh wait, did Chris and Harris do it twice? I know they were supposed to have it
I
last
don't
year,
know.
and then traded it to me.
Let's look. Let's figure that out.
Then I thought they had another year. Lost.
Draft results.
Maybe not.
Tim has had it with his Brittany Mahomes.
Without trades though.
Yes.
Thinking.
Without trades. Who has just earned 101.
So Isaac's done it twice. We know that. For the first draft and then this year's.
Yes.
Tim was 2021.
Yes. Harris had the Natty 101. Yep.
So they're tied for 2 right now.
So Harris has had it twice.
Mm-hmm.
Harris has kind of had the
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
I thought they might have had it twice.
So they've tied. Because 24 was Grant. Yeah. And Harris had it last year and traded it away.
Yep. Okay, so Isaac and Harris are...
So Isaac is now tied.
Chris. Yeah.
Yes. I see. So, Isaac, you have your opportunity to get the third one. And all 3 you have never used because you traded them away.
Oh my god. Oh, that's crazy. At least we just saw at least Chris and Harris used it one time. But then they also traded it for honestly, they traded back with me and then traded to Dan. And
yeah.
Honestly, pull those up actually, because let's see how many players they got back. They got a bunch of players for that.
Yeah. So let's check that out.
You got the trade tab, right?
Yep. Yeah.
So that all would have been last year.
Well, let's just look at oh yeah, that's where it would be. It's just right here. Yeah. So Harris got rid of 101 and 201, moved back to 102 for Zay Flowers, Josh Downs. And then within the week traded all their picks 2, 7, 3, 4, and that's what they all became. For Prescott, Pittman, Javonte, Alec Pierce, like pretty good haul for all those picks.
They had all of the Colts.
Yeah. Alec Pierce had his
except
best year. Yeah. Yes. Who was involved with 201. Alec Pierce had his best year. Javonte had his best year. Dak got hurt. No, well, he got hurt a little bit, but he did okay.
Yeah.
It was better than what they had at quarterback, which was not Dak Prescott.
From the grave, Javonte Williams rises.
Yeah. And then Michael Pittman still plays.
Great year.
So, like, pretty solid. Like, it was good drafting with the other picks. Tesla, pretty solid. Taylor, pretty solid. But, like, pure production.
Possibly be losing their jobs.
Yeah, pure production. Good trade for the guys that he got back. And then you have a Detroit backup right here that, I don't know, maybe he could play.
Probably steal some touchdowns.
And then, what else were we looking at? The other 101 they had was Anthony Richardson, so they were probably just like, screw that, we're not doing that again.
Don't want to AR.
Yeah, we don't want to. Yeah, we don't want to AR ourselves again. The first Isaac 101 draft, he ended up with, indirectly ended up with Najee Harris eventually.
Who's who he wanted.
Yes. Logan sniped him as is tradition. So, like, he was here.
Wait, what was that whole trade?
This trade is like a weird convoluted thing. If we can, it won't let us show us in the draft.
I forgot it's
freaking Ryan Tannehill. Oh yeah, it literally won't show us unless I'm in current day. So we go low gains.
Wait, yeah, I was gonna say it still won't show because
Yeah.
You just got him with the 101.
Oh yeah, it wouldn't show me that because it was draft picks. But it was like, yeah, I have to go back all the way here. Isaac. It was an Eckler. Wait, no, that was Tim. Yeah, where is this?
Oh my god, look
Where
at that
is
though.
this
Hold on,
trade?
hold on. What's up,
The one we're on?
that Austin Eckler and Gabe Davis for what became
Oh my
Jamar
gosh,
Chase
bro.
and James Cook.
Yeah, which was my pick that I traded away. So I've also traded a Jamar Chase. But
That
yeah,
honestly,
Jamar Chase,
that
James Cook
is
back
an
to back.
insane trade.
Yeah. Like Eckler was so good right here too. Like Eckler was like superstar RB1 at the time.
At the time, that honestly is kind of a win. Like now it looks
Well,
bad,
yeah, because
but
Isaac
back then
off of this trade
Eckler was
went
one of the best
to
RBs.
championship. Like
Yeah.
like the year after this trade, Isaac and Tim are in the championship.
Which is crazy.
Yep. Insane trade right there. Like absolute studs in this trade. Yeah, let me see if this is actually the year or if it's the year before.
I thought it might have been
It's the year before, yeah.
year before
Oh, yeah,
before
because
the
it's
draft.
the 21 draft or the whatever. Yeah. Michael Gallup
Michael
and
Gallup.
N'Keal Harry for 101.
Gallup was good then.
Yeah. Where the hell did my first go? My first was long gone for, yeah, there's another Jamar. Did I immediately? Yeah, it's just as bad because it's Ingram, Gallup, and Elijah Moore, like 202 for Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
And then Isaac ends up with my pick that becomes Jamar Chase for Tyreek. What a wild ride. So, and then I should have just picked Jamar Chase 101 anyway. And he just slides all the way to 6. But yeah, he forgot how to catch because there's no lines on the ball.
Yeah, there's no stripes he can catch.
So it's over. Yeah.
It's crazy to think that headline caused him to fall.
Yeah.
Think about all the headlines we hear right before draft, and they're like, "Oh, nope, can't get that guy," because you're so scared of drafting a bust.
Yep. Yep. Bummer, dude.
Or you'll hear like Isaiah Pacheco was like a 7th rounder. He went like high 2nd round in our draft because everyone's like, "Oh, well," you hear people say this stuff, and like he was really good for a couple of years, but should he have really gone like, I think it was like 204? Maybe not. I guess he did have really good production, but just kind of crazy. You just hear like one good thing and a guy shoots up the boards, and you hear one bad thing from a guy who was one of the best, most talented wide receivers to ever play in college football. He might not have had like all the stats and stuff, but Jamar Chase was nuts. He's really good in the NFL, obviously, but even in college, he was not even that much better. Outproducing Justin Jefferson.
Dude was so good that he just skipped junior year, and they're like, "We'll take you top 5."
Exactly. Yeah, he was insane.
Yep. Absolutely disgusting.
And he falls because we hear he doesn't know how to catch a football without stripes.
You can't see the stripes. He needs the stripes to see.
We never thought that his eyes could adjust.
Vision entirely based on stripes. He's like a T-Rex. He can't see anything if there's no stripes. It's all based on motion. Okay, so let's say in honor of everybody trading the 101, who could get the 101 from Tim? People need running backs. And we got 2 people with multiple first round picks. We got 3 people with multiple first round picks.
The only way I think 101 gets traded is if it's like a very high name. Like, I'm not saying I would do this, but like Drake May, Gibbs, Bijan, like, it would have to be. I'm not saying straight up, but like it would have to be like a package. You package 101 and something for like one of like the top
Oh
three at
yeah, you could
either
do that.
position in fantasy football except for tight end.
Yep, that's one way of thinking of it, is that someone could just come in with a superstar.
Because like I don't know. I was gonna say like if you sent me Love and a QB for Drake May, depending on the QB, it might be like worth it because I'm getting 2 for 1.
Okay, let's
But
do
but even like for Gibbs, let's say like it was Gibbs, like Love for Gibbs, you would have to throw something in because obviously Gibbs is
yeah, you need more
a
to get
proven
Gibbs.
star. But to get Jeremiah, you trade out of number 1 to not take Jeremiah. I feel like you would have to offer Tim a lot.
Like your version of that you're saying is like Drake May. Wait, no. It would literally be these 2 picks for Drake May because it would be Love and Mendoza. Or do you want Drake May?
I think I would have to have just a little bit more because Mendoza
Yeah.
is not proven. Because like Drake has proven that he can play at a MVP status, and
Mm-hmm.
apparently everyone and their mom knows that AJ Brown's getting to be a Patriot, is going to get traded to be a
Yep,
Patriot.
that too.
So, like, you kind of ride that hype. Mendoza, outside of like Genty and Bowers, there's not a lot of weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Because like even with Bowers being an insane tight end prospect, like the rest of the team is bad.
Yeah.
But he wasn't able to, like, defenses are able to focus in on him and Genty.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
having an O
That would
line or
be
like another wide receiver would be super helpful.
that would be like a team that like is currently bad and knows they're bad, and they're just like, let me turn Drake May into 2 things so that I can like accumulate a starting lineup. But if you already have a starting lineup, then it's just like, now I'll just roll with Drake May and figure it out. I was thinking of like, who needs, like, I guess Jet and them really only need QB. So let's say, like, what if they wanted to move up here to get Mendoza? Like, it'd be hard to do that for Tim to, like, I don't think Tim would feel too bad because he can just overwhelm you with skill position players. But like, let's say like Jet and Dane want to come up and get Mendoza. Like, is Tim trading 2 if he gets 4 and 9?
I don't think so.
Because you can get like
Tim also needs a QB.
Yeah, I was saying that of like Tim needs a QB, but he can also he has such godly skill position players that he can like kind of work around that and overwhelm you. Just like having Burrow Chase.
Didn't he win a couple games with Zach Wilson at QB when Tua was hurt?
Yeah, exactly. So kind of thinking along those lines of if you look at Tim's team, where he's gonna have Burrow Chase, Jefferson Bowers, London, Ken Walker, Brees. He's gonna have Jeremiah Love added in here. And he's got sneaky Watson sitting around here. Voldemort. So he might have a second guy already.
Yeah,
so
I guess.
So there's that kind of spot where like you could move back. You have 4 or 5 back to back of getting like very likely Tyson Lemon and then someone back there. So just continuing like could be something he tries.
Let's say that trade goes through and then play the draft that way.
Okay.
Just to have a little bit of fun, I guess.
Okay.
So this is Dane and Jet getting Mendoza.
Yeah. Dane and Jet getting Mendoza.
Then this is
and the Jets become this one's Grant.
So Grant still will probably pick a wide receiver.
Grant probably would. I just feel like he's
he
really good with because like Bucky's kind of questionable now. Hampton, like he'll probably be good, but you never know with the freaking Chargers. Like, there's always something
And
that falls
they're
off.
doctors.
Yep, he might get stabbed in the lungs. And then he's got Tootin, and that's kind of it back here. Like,
Yeah,
Algier
he's
maybe
got
steals a touchdown or two, but it's not, like, fun. And
yeah,
then,
but
yeah.
I don't think he'll
So, like,
reach on Price here.
no, he wouldn't want to do that. This is one that I'm talking about where it's like the board
He's
doesn't
super
match up
safe.
with what he needs.
Mm-hmm.
And Grant is super safe of like, I'm not going to try to make a bunch of trades. I think he's made 10 total. Let me look at that. Trades, Grant. 10 total trades. And I don't know if this is the type of trade Grant makes. Grant kind of just like sets a queue on draft day and is like, I'll just take whoever's here. So
Mm-hmm.
like it would be Tate, but if he was wanting to like fill out his squad, he does need QB. That's like the main thing he needs because he's set everywhere else. He's got Caleb, he's got Bryce. But well, maybe not entirely set, but it's like
Jones healthy, played really
Jones
good last
healthy
year.
was good. He's got Gino to fill in. So it would be like give Grant like a vet QB or a running back in place of Carnell Tate.
Or maybe 2 for 1.
Yeah, like a crusty vet plus maybe like 2 crusty vets. It'd be like I don't even know.
Search for Carnell Tate. We'll see.
Carnell
What will come
Tate,
up.
like Pickens and Rogers. I feel like that's just off. Like Pickens, I would rather have over Carnell Tate. I feel
Pickens
like
has proven he can
yeah.
play in the NFL.
Yeah, have we seen any running backs here?
We talked about that Carnell Tate Mendoza
Oh yeah,
last week.
that's yeah.
Roman a 4th.
This is like if you could like trade back to Price and get Parker Washington on top, like that's an idea, but like I feel like Tate is
I guess
just
that
like
wouldn't be
that kind of
too
prospect.
bad.
It's not awful because you know he's gonna play. You know Price is gonna play. You know Parker Washington's going to play. Like
Ooh, the A-Chain trade. I guess that one
Tate,
kind of
that
could
one
make sense.
That one I understand. Yeah, of just like you get it's what we said. You got production on one side, not really like how I thought it would go, but it does make sense of like if you really want to just like I know this guy's good, then like throw a pick on it.
So you have A-Chain. Would you do that trade
Would I do
if that got
this?
offered to you? Yeah.
I wouldn't, just because it would be like a pretty big downgrade of a starting lineup. But if Achan was my like, if my running backs were like just Achan and somebody else, then yeah, that's probably what you want to do. Because get your receiver, like you get more things to fill out a lineup. Basically, like if your squad sucks or if Achan's your only guy, like go ahead and grab him. Because if you're just not gonna be winning, then you don't need Achan on your squad.
Yeah, and you get Tate, first round pick. Randall could be a sneaky backup for
Yeah, sure. Like
Henry.
you can have him later for like
he's not guaranteed to do
if Henry
anything.
gets hurt, I can sell Randall now for more than I bought him, like a round up of where I bought him, and you just keep churning like that. So do we know anybody that has like awesome running back and then like nothing else like that? I don't feel like we do.
Logan, he's got
So
really
like
good running backs.
so like Logan always wants to sell Gibbs. Is he gonna do that?
No,
like it'd be more. Yeah, he wants
Tate.
more.
Yeah, you'd have to have
So I was thinking of like going down a little bit of like who needs receiver, who has running back. I'm trying to figure out that kind of scheme right here, but
I'm not really sure who just has amazing running backs but no wide receiver.
Yeah,
like, there's always a bunch of teams need running backs and not receivers.
Like John's getting pretty stacked at running back because he's got like Bijan, Jalen Warren, and like Travion, and then he has somebody else, I feel like, but he at least has Bijan Travion. So it'd be like, and his receivers are getting kind of shaky with AJ. We don't know what's going to be up with him. George is kind of sitting out there like franchise tag. We don't know what's going on next year. And then like QJ with new coach, maybe new philosophy of getting like heavier personnel. Where he could be like, okay, I'll give you Travion. You get like, I'll take Tate. Start filling out receiver, and you give me like Tootin. So like, I give you Travion, you give me Tate and Tootin. Like
Yeah, but then that hurts.
Travion QJ. Well, maybe not QJ, because it'd be kind of a, I don't know. It's a tricky one. It's a very tricky one.
Yeah, it is tricky.
Which means Grant will not be doing it because he's like, if it's not clear cut and you hand it to me, then I'm not doing it.
That's the thing is, I feel like this is the year people really need running backs, but there's not deep running backs. Well, actually, Dane and Jet, I feel like they have good running backs.
They do. They have good
like they're not
running
like
back
top
rooms.
5. Yeah, they're not like top 5, but
Dane and Jet
was
are
playing
like
really good, healthy. Swift and Kyle Monungai had good years together.
Good thing about Dane and Jet too is they can offer you like the whole room because they have both Giants guys and both Bears guys.
Mm-hmm.
They got Tracy and Monungai down here, but that's like they're locked in. Like that, it's very likely they have their 2 running backs because if one gets hurt, it's not quite as likely that both get hurt. So that's pretty safe for them.
You got the starter and the handcuff.
Because they don't have anybody besides that. So it would make sense that they would want to jump up for Love or Mendoza. Because that's like the weak spot for them.
They don't really need receiver bad either.
No, they don't need receiver at all.
They might have the best receiving core.
I think they do outside of Tim.
Or at least top 2, yeah. Him and Tim. You got Jason, St. Brown.
Yeah. J-Mo. They got defensive back that could play receiver. Yeah, outside of Tim.
Wide receiver 1 for the Dolphins.
They got wide receiver 1 for Vegas. Now they stacked him up with Mendoza. They got Shaheed.
Underused in Seattle.
Yeah,
maybe honestly, he might get used more.
Big play waiting to happen.
He's going to actually have time to actually learn the playbook better. Have full off season actually.
Not mid-season guy, just run straight.
Yeah, or run a kickback. Be Devin Hester for us.
Yes. I feel like a good trade for them would be figuring out how to get a receiver turned into a QB or a third running back just because of the scoring.
Did we even say anything about J-Mo down there?
Yeah, like they got Jason, St. Brown, J-Mo, like that matches up really well with Tim's Chase, Jefferson, London, Bowers. Like this 4 right here is really stacking up right there.
They might set a record for most handcuffs on a single team.
Yeah.
They got St. Brown and J-Mo.
They lock you up.
Shaheed. They got all the Giants running backs, the Bears running backs.
Yes.
The only thing is quarterbacks. They don't have quarterback handcuffs.
Yeah. They're in desperate need of QB, desperate need of leadership. So like that Mendoza trade felt like
definitely would help.
They would be happy to go up and get it, and I feel like Tim could just like figure it out along the way because like Tim and these guys can also do this too. They have a lot of like future picks that they can just go buy something if they wanted to and like fill in. So I feel like both of those guys wouldn't feel bad about like moving around the board because they have enough to buy whatever they don't end up with.
Honestly, they can get quarterback situation figured out. There would be a dangerous team.
Yeah.
They honestly already are pretty good. Just imagine if they had quarterbacks help them and not get injured. Like Brissett and Joe Flacco. They're mainly using Brissett and Flacco last year.
Yeah.
And imagine if like
It was
10x worked
just
out, or
yeah,
was just
if he
they had
didn't get
more
hurt.
secure QB play.
Yes. Um I'm realizing I'm the guy that ever that this stretch of 3 is looking for, of like if you need a running back,
Yeah,
then
it's like
to trade
you,
it's me. It's
yeah,
actually
it's
me.
you, and then maybe Logan if he wanted to trade like Henry or
Yeah, cuz
Gibbs, but then
like
that would be a huge trade
Logan
because
even
those two carry
has
so hard.
like Henry carries. It's like if he just wants to get out, he could trade Henry and like a little something to get, because like if you have that high a pick, you probably have it for a reason. And it's like I don't know if I want Derrick Henry instead of like young receiver, but like if you see a
This
path
year's
to
draft
like
though,
make if you see a path to like make the move of like going forward of like get points, he's a good one to like get him and extra of like filling out a starting lineup, kind of like how Harris did last year.
well here,
Um,
let's go through this. Outside,
he's got Montgomery too, and like
yeah. So
a
let's
lot
say
of
King
touchdowns are on
Henry.
the way. Yeah,
What rookies in this year's draft would you take over King Henry? Let's say
to like score more
he's
points.
yeah, because he's breaking the mold of
Derrick
old
Henry's
running
probably
backs.
scoring
Not,
more points than every single rookie. So,
I know that's what I'm saying. I outside of like me personally love, and I would just love Tyson
so like
and Mendoza.
with
I
our
think I would take Henry over probably Tate or Lemon.
like a good trade with like if these two became Tim's, like trading one of them to Logan for like Henry plus, because like the dynasty value of it is like Henry's not as valuable as them, but if he just plays, he's gonna score more. So you'd have to give him, and Logan doesn't have any picks, so you can't do that. So
And also Logan's
and
trying to get the dynasty pots, so you're gonna have
yeah,
to overpay
and
for
like
him.
all of Logan's team is from Tim too, originally.
Yeah, it's true.
um, so he'd probably have to give up like one of the younger guys. Um, maybe a tight end, which Tim doesn't need. But Tim would probably like one of the younger receivers, Pat Bryant or Horton, um, to make up for losing a big time receiver. Um, and like if this was also
Logan actually kind of
still,
needs receivers.
yeah, yeah, so it would be a good trade partner. Um, the funny thing, if it's still Jet and Dane's pick, is they sent Derrick Henry to Logan, so it's either of them is a flip flop back and forth.
Uh-huh.
So that's pretty good. Yeah, Logan. I mean, it's a natural trade partner right there. Um, same idea with my guys. It's just all running backs, and then we fill in receiver where we can find them. So it'd be the same kind of
Because
idea.
I would love to have one of those running backs.
We'll like I'm seeing that I'm the guy. I'm the problem.
Well,
It's me.
I've had two of your running
Yes,
backs,
you have.
Achan and Jake
I
Cox,
forget
but
about Jacobs
that's so.
because he's
Hey, you
been
know what?
multiple
Jake,
places.
add Jacobs to the list of players that were like I trade away and then they pop off.
Yep, you just made the list. Yeah, struggling with the Raiders for years, and
And
then
then
they finally figure out a way to use him
it's
for like
so
one
good.
good year, and then he goes to the Packers and scores a touchdown every game. What a guy. Okay. This is like price range. Like this is about where you're getting to Jadarian Price. Six and
And
seven.
honestly,
6, 7,
we
8.
were kind of yeah, we were kind of joking last week, but honestly, I was thinking about it more as like it makes more sense for Price to go here now because of how this draft is. It was a first
Mm-hmm.
round running back, goes to Seattle, the champions. They lose their top two running backs. Like they get him. They got him for at least 5 years.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna play him. They spent a first round pick on him for a reason, and he might not be the one of the better or best
Yeah.
running back prospects we've seen in recent years, but they picked him for a reason. They're gonna use him, especially with Charbonnet. Like I'm pretty sure I saw something where he had to have surgery and then possibly had to wait for healing
Mm.
to stop and then have a second surgery to repair something else
I could
that they
see
found
him
out.
having a hard time with it just because of how big he is.
That too.
And just that
Rehabbing
aspect
too.
of being a big guy rehabbing and all the weight that's on him to like making it harder to heal. I don't know if that's very scientific, but it makes sense to me. So it would even further limit his athleticism, which is mostly just I'm gonna run it in from 5 yards out. Yeah, Jadarian Price, he's like super fast. Um, he's not like Jeremiah Love. He's not like Genty. He's not like those kind of guys where he just like creates amazing plays. It's just more like if something is there, he'll find it and do something with it. So
Hmm.
he's got speed. He's on a team that likes to run. They got new OC, but he comes from like 49ers kind of a place where
Use and abuse running
he's
backs.
very grit and grind too, of like we're going heavy tight end. We're just gonna run you guys over. So he's in a good spot to like make all that happen.
Wait,
So it could be a lot
so
worse. And if you don't like how he looks, you can trade him because somebody's gonna want that.
so if that OC likes running backs and tight ends, JSN should be up for trade.
This I saw something that actually makes JSN better.
Yeah, probably would.
because
Actually,
because
because
they're
they have
like
to watch for the run and then just throw it over the top of JSN.
it's literally a thing of like when there's less receivers on the field and you're the only receiver, you just like your stats like skyrocket because you're so much better than the tight ends and the running backs at running routes that you just get open so easily. It's
Makes
like
sense,
it's like
honestly.
the Puka, it's the like all along that like west coast of teams.
Puka and Adams.
Puka and Adams just getting ISO'd, JSN getting ISO'd. It's that kind of idea of like going heavy brings everybody up, and then it's you 1-on-1 or 1v2 with the safety that they play deep. So like we're trying to watch for who's going heavy and then who gets to stay on the field of a receiver. And then if you don't get to stay on, then we're like, oh, we got to get rid of you, dude, on our fantasy teams because you don't get to play a whole lot now, which is unfortunate because you can be like really good in real life and then just not get to play enough to score points for us, which sucks.
Yeah, I think that it goes higher than what we were saying last week for sure. Because I thought about it more, and it does make more sense, like what John was saying. Because yeah, I feel like you would need to go in this range. Obviously, if he somehow falls to Dan would probably, because Dan needs running backs.
So
He'd probably click that button almost as fast as I selected Genty last year.
Let's look at Dan because Dan's a guy that can pretty much buy whoever he wants. So he can for sure buy Jadarian Price. So and he desperately needs
and he has traded with
he's traded with in the past. He's traded with them before, so they're not opposed to working with each other. So Dan's got a lot to work with. He's got Lamb, Collins. I don't even think he needs that to trade stuff like that. You're looking at kind of like a Garrett Wilson, T. Higgins range of like Jadarian Price like value.
Me personally, I would take
Marv.
I would take Garrett Wilson or T. Higgins at 106.
Yeah. So like this is a situation of like, do you want your dynasty value trade like my calculator says I won, or do you want a lineup that, you know, people look across at and they're like,
More likely
that's
to
a
score
problem.
points and win.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he's got all his receivers. That's great. He can play four of them.
And let's say that trade went through T. Higgins for 106.
T.
That
Higgins for
honestly,
106.
I feel like that would be a win-win for both teams
It really would.
because Dan gets
still got
a running back. He
Marv.
needs a running back.
Yes.
And then Chris Harris, they get a really productive wide receiver.
Yep.
Which
T.
honestly,
Higgins, when T.
isn't a
Higgins is playing, he doesn't play for the Indianapolis Colts. That's a pretty good start. T. Higgins, he's up there with Zay Flowers and Waddle. Like,
I feel like
this dude can pop off. T. Higgins pops off at any time. It's an upgrade over Pittman. I think
about this. When Joe Burrow is healthy,
yeah,
I would take T. Higgins over Zay or Pittman.
T. Higgins can go like nuclear.
Exactly. And what's crazy is Jamar Chase and T can both pop off for 150 yards in the same game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's that easy for the Bengals offense.
Yeah. Zay Flowers is going into like new OC territory that we don't know a whole lot about. So like it could be better, it could be worse.
Lamar loves running the ball. Like he can pass, he loves running.
Yeah.
There's never really been a wide receiver that has produced like top 15, I think, for Lamar.
No.
Pittman is either going to have Howard or Aller at quarterback or a 43-year-old Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
So I feel like you get an upgrade there. Alec Pierce, he is the number one wide receiver for the Colts for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But
I like Higgins at the least.
T. Higgins
is upgrade over Pittman.
At minimum, Pittman.
At the very least, he's upgrade over Pittman. Improves your starting lineup. You still got Javonte Chase Brown. Like you still got Aaron Jones. He's gonna be playing. Like I can see why you'd want Jadarian Price because that's like your main two guys are here, and then you've got 30-year-old Aaron Jones. But
there's also next year's draft.
It's a trade. It's a trade that I think works, and we have a guy that we know needs a running back that bad.
To us both, the way we think it improves both teams, and I feel like that would be a fair trade. Like if that happened on like now or on draft day, I'd be like, oh wow, that is a win-win.
I would fight
anybody. We don't have a lot of win-wins.
I would fight anybody that's like one of these guys is so dumb, like they're not.
Well, that would happen, and then we get everybody saying fleeced.
I would bring them onto the show. That would be like, I want you on the record. I want your argument.
No, but that's always the joke. Even if it is a fair trade, you just say
it's fleeced. Fleeced immediately.
So it could be the most fair trade ever. Fleeced.
Both of you got fleeced. Start the league over.
Like, wow, you both are idiots. Like, how does either one of you agree to this? You guys should probably just both drop those players and we'll have them on the Fab waiver wire.
Yeah, just let the auction decide who gets to have these. You can't have them anymore. Okay. Now we're kind of in a range where it's like say that happened. John needs tight end. I feel like we're not prying a tight end off of him unless we just give him a vet that's producing and someone is like, I want rookie tight end.
Well, he also is a Jets fan, so I feel like he would take CD because he was big on Mason Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
And then they draft a tight end first round, which historically says that, not saying that they're going to be amazing, but they're going to get playing time, get targets, and honestly, going back to what I was saying, history says that they top 15 tight ends don't bust as normal as like second round tight ends or third round or anything like that, obviously. But like as of late, those top 15 tight end picks have been producing at a decent rate, especially for the tight end position.
Yes.
In fantasy football.
And yes, Sadiq has the right draft capital. He hit the like athletic marks that he needs, and he hits a lot of the he doesn't hit the production that you want to see, but he hits like the efficiency of it, like the metrics of it.
What's also
So
is
there's
he
a lot
hits
in his
everything.
favor.
Well, he hits everything you just said behind Johnson, who is a monster at tight end at
Yeah.
Oregon,
Yeah.
who
So
is probably going to be a top 15 pick next year. Well, actually, maybe I don't know because the draft is so deep, but he is going to be a first rounder for sure. Outside like
probably.
a crazy injury happening.
Yeah. So far for a 2027 mock draft, he's projecting as the top tight end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Sadiq was behind him, so just imagine that guy.
Yeah.
Like
So
how hyped up he's gonna be, and people are already hyping up Sadiq like that
yeah.
he's an athletic freak.
Yeah. So it would literally have to be like give John some extra stuff of like give him a tight end he can actually play and something extra, or like give him a top 5 guy and then he gives you something extra, which I don't think he would do because he doesn't really have the depth to do that. It
Yeah, I
would be
think he would
like
just stick here and pick.
yeah, because he's got number 11 coming up too. So if he really wanted, he could just be like, I'll give you both picks, but he didn't really need to be doing that.
That's the thing that kind of sucks in this year's draft because like there's multiple teams with multiple firsts, but it's this draft class.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a tough timing. And it's not like Tim has the best spots to get something out of it too. So
Honestly,
the other 3 guys are like, what the hell?
this kind of sucks, and it feel kind of bad saying this, but outside of like Tim having those picks, you're not, at least for me personally, I'm not super excited. And even out behind like 104, it's kind of just like a crapshoot of where players could go. I feel like the top 4 kind of locked. After that, you're just kind of like, who do I like better personally? And then you can't really argue it unless someone like, I'm not saying this would ever really happen. Like at 109, someone picks Randall, the running back from the Ravens. Like that would
Yeah.
be okay. Like okay, you're reaching pretty
Yeah.
hard, but almost for any other pick, you could almost make an argument for them being drafted anywhere in this draft, which is just nuts.
Because like I just put Concepcion here for a marker of like it's gonna be a receiver. Like if it was Omar Cooper, no one would care. If it was Denzel Boston, I was like, sure, dude, whatever. But it's probably a receiver here. Like those 3 guys are probably going before the end of the first. So it's that kind of range of like I don't know who you would find. This would be a good spot of like vet receiver that someone just wants a lottery ticket for one of these guys. It's like your McLaurins. It's like maybe you got another run on Devontae Adams. Maybe you got like who else is getting up there like that? Stuff like that where it's like I have no interest in your dynasty value, just the points you're going to score this year. And I have this pick and I can't use it because you're not going to do anything for me when I'm trying to win.
Omar Cooper was a first rounder, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So the only argument with like the receiver here is at least you could be like, well, KC and Cooper were first round picks.
Yep.
So you might choose them over Boston.
Probably take them over Boston, yeah. Especially because Boston's on the exact same team as Concepcion.
KC, yeah.
Yeah. Is 9 a Ty Simpson?
Because who's at 9?
Because it's Jet and Dane.
Yeah, if Ty Simpson falls here,
now
go up a QB.
Now in this mock,
oh no, wait,
technically it's Tim now. In real life, do you think if Jet and Dane are right here, do you think they're taking Ty Simpson, or are they just like we don't need him?
Yeah, if Jet and Dane don't make the Mendoza trade. I think they take Ty Simpson
Okay.
here, which he might not. Which they've done this in the past. He might not produce this year, but they have taken quarterbacks that have the opportunity to start eventually.
Mm-hmm.
They did it with like Will Levis. He wasn't guaranteed to start.
So really, no
And then they did it
matter
with Penix.
which of those two teams is here, they're probably taking Ty Simpson because Tim does that too.
Yeah, I think Ty Simpson goes here if he falls.
Yeah.
And then pick 10, that is who?
Ten is Dan.
So this is where he would most likely want a running back.
This is another
So he
one
got Price.
where like
Remember he got Price.
no,
so
Harris
maybe
got
you want
Price. Oh yeah, if he traded, then he'd already
Yeah, if
have
that
Price.
trade-
Yeah.
Dan would have Price.
Yeah.
He would probably take a receiver to replace TD or T.
Yeah. That's a good point.
So that makes sense.
I could
That makes
see
sense
putting
for
Cooper
Cooper.
there. Yeah.
Mhm.
John got Sadiq.
He
Could
said
do Boston.
he liked Boston before the draft.
Yeah. So after the draft, we don't know what he's thinking.
Because it changed up quick.
Yeah. He's pretty good at running back for now. I don't feel like he'd want to go
Also
deal with the
running
Jonah
back,
Coleman nonsense, you know?
He's
like
not guaranteed to start.
Yeah, he's kind of dealing with Sean Payton's
Coleman-
ridiculousness.
Yeah, which they re-signed JK. They have
Yeah.
RJ Harvey from last year. So maybe they would go Boston because he got Sadiq. He wouldn't double up at tight end. He
Hmm.
hates tight ends.
Yes,
So
he does.
What he says.
Well,
He loves
well-
linemen.
well-
O-linemen.
Let's ask him again after he takes Sadiq. Like, hey, do you like tight ends now? What do you
Yeah,
think?
do you want tight end premium now?
Now, Tim here.
You go best.
Now, like
player
Stowers on the
available.
board, I feel like he would just go Stowers if it was like this, even though it's like
Even though he doesn't need him, I think
He doesn't
would,
need him at
'cause
all.
Honestly,
it's Bowers and
He-
Pitts.
but I think I agree. I think he goes Stowers because I feel like Stowers is the best prospect left on this board.
Yeah, just a
And
BPA.
the only other argument would be Chris Bell because he could walk in to be
Yeah, he could
wide
like
receiver one
that.
for the Dolphins.
He could like that of just like if he likes his tape, that could be
Yeah, it
one.
would- I think it'd be between those two
Yeah,
because
we'll just go with Stowers
Kind
because Bell's not hurt, or Bell is hurt. Stowers is not hurt, and he's just a good player. Now we finally get to the doctor.
he loves running backs. He'd probably take Coleman. Plus, he's a Broncos fan. It's perfect.
That's very true.
That's
like,
perfect.
I didn't even think.
How fast? I feel like you pause timer to change the time,
Can't
and as soon as you
believe
hit start, he drafts this player.
you guys let me have the best player in the draft.
You guys are stupid. You guys are
Pick 13.
fucked.
Pick
I just
13.
fleeced the whole league.
You guys are idiots. Me, Sean Payton, and Jonah Coleman are gonna run this thing for years. Jonah Coleman might be the best running back.
You guys
on
are ready
track.
to
Well,
watch-
no, Rico.
You ready to watch Coleman run all over the Chiefs' defense?
Oh yeah, that
Penis
too.
boners ain't got nothing on this offense.
We'll have to listen to that forever, man.
Peter Woods is gonna take Coleman's nuts to his face and he's
Jeez.
gonna run over him for
Just ridiculous.
83-yard touchdown.
Yeah. I can't wait. I hope he's not in like seeing a patient while this pick is up because I know he has to work. So
Well,
Hopefully
this
the
pick
key-
kind of this we were just kind of talking about this. This pick is him. So Chris
yes.
Bell. You
Oh
get-
well, yeah.
you-
He gets both.
he gets Stowers and Bell. Yeah, he just falls
He
in the
gets
boat.
both. He's sandwiching Isaac. I forget about that. It's not that hard of a decision. I'll just get both.
All right. Well, here's Grant.
Grant
Um,
just did Tate. He does. I
he-
mean, he could get
he
a
just
running
go-
back.
I know, but he's kind of I don't know because Nick Singleton not guaranteed
Late
anything.
round,
and-
yeah, late round guy. All of these guys are
So does
kind of
he-
not
does he-
guaranteed anything.
yeah, that's the thing.
They're all
So
buried.
Does
so.
he just take a running back and hope for the best, or honestly, this is the thing about this draft. If you click on all, Jeremy Bernard's wide receiver 3 currently. Nick Singleton is in a RB3. RB,
Yeah.
you got Pollard, Spears, Surratt. You got
Surratt's
Zay Flowers. He
buried.
could walk in. Yeah, he maybe could possibly walk in at wide receiver 3 or 2 for the
And like,
Baltimore.
what are we doing with 3 on the Ravens? Like, ooh,
Yeah,
fun.
and then
Brazel has
Brazel.
to deal with Bryce Young, and he's kind of buried
Well,
too.
you got T Mac. He might be a wide receiver 2 or 3. You got Coker.
Coker, yeah.
What Xavier's probably cooked.
Like, Leggett
Probably
is
done.
still there though, of just like getting in his way, being annoying with Brazel. This guy's
But he gives
probably
you
the
like a different
closest.
thing.
Yes, he's very
Didn't
different than all the guys. Like, he's like
Yeah.
needed for real life. Like, he's so like good deep, like such a threat. Like, great
At
pick for
least
real life.
it might be Emmett Johnson because Grant is a Chiefs fan.
Yeah.
Emmett Johnson is probably going to walk in to be RB2, and the Chiefs
Yeah.
shown that they will use multiple running backs.
I think Emmett Johnson can beat DeMercado and whoever else they got. So
Rashard Smith.
he's the closest to playing regularly off the start. Branch kind of is too.
Even with Walker.
Branch has to deal with
Yeah.
Zacchaeus, the weirdness of him. Yeah, Emma Johnson, Zach Branch. Antonio Williams is pretty close to playing, I feel like more close than
Yeah,
Zach
might walk in
Branch.
at wide receiver.
So
2.
that's one. You could also, like, yeah. I feel like those guys. Yeah. After that, it's like, not really.
It's all lottery tickets.
We
from
could
here
try
on,
an Emmett
honestly.
Johnson. Let's do a little Emmett Johnson right there. Because it's kind of what he needs it. And it's like, you could squint and see something like that. Harris just did, nope, he traded for T. Higgins. And he got Casey Concepcion.
You got KC. You got KC and T.
Yep.
But honestly, at this point in the draft, I feel like you can't really draft. You just draft the player you like the most.
Jeremy could be because like these guys wanted Mekhi Lemon, and then they got sniped, and then ended up with Jeremy. So I feel like they have some kind of a plan there. So maybe this is like a Jeremy ascension, and they love having the same team. They love handcuffing their players as well.
They have Pittman.
Yes. So
well, also just the Steelers. They have DK. How many years is left on his contract? And they traded for Pittman. I don't think Pittman has a lot of years.
I've been seeing everyone hyping up like how both of them, like, technically can be let go of after this season. Like, there's easier routes. So
yeah, because I've seen people kind of get excited for Jeremy because he's
like a good stash.
Wide receiver 1 or 2 next year for the Steelers for sure.
And
they probably won't keep both.
Yeah.
Both of them. They don't want to pay both of them, probably.
Yeah. You kind of have like Mike McCarthy coming in, figure out like a better offense. And, you know, Metcalf, as soon as Metcalf or Pittman has like an injury, has to miss a couple weeks, and it's like, ooh, Jeremy Bernard, look at this guy.
Well, also, like for Chris and Harris, let's say, we don't hope any injuries on any players.
But it's football. Like, that's
Pittman
just part of the game.
Yeah, they have Pittman. You got the handcuff right there.
Yeah, it's the same thing we just did with Emmett Johnson of like, if Ken Walker gets hurt, he's the closest to playing. Like, there's not a lot of like barriers to that happening. Coleman, like, aside from the homerism, like, Dobbins gets hurt a lot. RJ Harvey gets in trouble with the coach a lot. So it's like, there's ways to get there of like having a starter. It's this like, we'll put Antonio Williams here because we were just talking about him, and I won't make you like divulge. But like, another guy, the easiest path to playing is this dude.
Yeah, and honestly, with that draft board, it's hard to pick who I would go with there
Yeah.
because it would. I've thought about it a million times,
It gets
and it's
stinky. It gets stinky.
because like we were saying, Zachariah Branch isn't guaranteed anything, and Williams isn't guaranteed anything. Nicholas Singleton isn't guaranteed anything. All these
Mhm.
players aren't guaranteed shit. The only
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
might be Stribling because he was the
Yeah.
very first
Well,
pick of the second round.
like they like him, but he is probably doing similar like role responsibility as Mike Evans. So it's like for the first year he's probably just Mike Evans insurance. Like
Yep.
maybe he cuz it's like him, Christian Kirk, and then like George Kittle's out. So maybe there's some opportunity for Stribling. They clearly like him a lot. He does all the things that the team likes to do. So he's a good team fit. It's just like he's not hitting like the production mark. He's hitting like the metrics that you want of a player, but he's just like there's just not the production, like the raw numbers. So it's that weird thing of like good draft capital, good team fit. The skills are
It's not the
there.
best prospect.
Just the production, pure counting numbers aren't there. A lot of other stuff is there for him. So it's one of those of like, make your bets. Because he'll probably get the play.
Less trades in the second round.
We
for sure.
that's just
And we
we're
kind of
like
forced
you
trades in
could
the first.
you could trade a bench player for this. Like, yeah, that's not the fun. We're out of the fun trade of like T Higgins for J Price.
And it's gonna be
We're just looking at guys that
so
like
hard to trade.
These are basically guys that's like find a team that has a bunch of something and they just want to play the lottery and they won't miss a guy that you need, basically. I'm just like, I have so many receivers and one of them's old and he'll for sure play. Do you want this guy so I can play the lottery? Is pretty much what all these trades back here are. Like who else is like this? Like Brazel maybe. Like Mike Washington might just get to play because it's Clint Kubiak.
Yeah, honestly, Mike Washington would probably get drafted higher if it wasn't to the Raiders. Like if he went to
he definitely would because of his
what
athleticism.
what team would he be good on?
He'd
That
be
doesn't have a star.
like Washington doesn't have a star, so he could play there.
Yeah, like if him in Washington
Tennessee.
instead of him in Washington instead of Patron.
Yeah,
people would be so excited because of that 40 time.
Yeah, he'd get steamed
Like
up
I could
because he
see
would get
him
drafted a
going
little earlier.
high second round if he was not playing for the Raiders.
Yeah,
like you said, the Washington, or honestly, maybe even Chicago. Like I know that those two running backs had a good season last year, but think about the hype of him in Chicago.
Yeah, because
they split a lot of time. And then one wasn't just like outward better than the other. So this happened last year. People were like, "Ooh, if the Bears get a running back," because they were rumored to trade up.
They were supposed to have
get Genty,
Henderson or Judkins.
Yeah, trade up to get one of those three.
Yeah. If Mike was in Chicago instead of Vegas, he'd basically be in the exact same situation, but just because it's a better team, more people would be like, "Hey, I'll take him." Minnesota would be a great spot for him. What else we got in here?
Or the Jags? The Jags now after
Jaguars now with just Hooten and Rodriguez. What else am I looking at?
So this is Brandon.
Maybe Dallas. Yeah, Dallas would be a good spot.
This is Brandon's pick. This is where he picks Jeff Caldwell.
Yeah, this is Jeff Caldwell right here. he would take Nick Singleton. He would take Nick Singleton, but I'm gonna put Jeff Caldwell on his name. and just blow
Since
it
he's
up.
not here too.
Everybody, Brandon loves Jeff Caldwell, by the way. I'm going to put that on the stream too.
This is his Parker Washington.
Yeah. Brandon loves Jeff Caldwell.
Can we stop after this second round? I don't want to.
Yes, I don't want to do the rest. I'm just looking for
it's-
more players that like might play. Okay, we have
It's going to be Payne
back-to-back Dan
on Saturday.
We're just
doing
going to
the
put
real thing.
Nick Singleton right after Brandon's pick.
Just do BTA.
Yeah. Like
BTA.
Surratt might play. Brazel has a role. I feel like he does. I feel like he's the best at just threatening
Malachi
deep.
Fields is wide receiver too.
That's true. He is as well. Yeah.
Like he's guaranteed wide receiver too.
Brazel and Fields are kind of like that, where Brazel and Fields both do things that the other guys don't do. Like Fields is huge. He can block. He's the biggest guy they've got on the outside. Brazel is like such a good deep threat that Leggett hasn't really shown he can be.
6'5", 4.
Just big dudes.
4'3", 40.
Ted Hurst kind of has an opportunity. He's pretty similar to the both of them, where he fits a role for those guys, for the Bucks, that now since Mike Evans is gone, they need somebody to do Mike Evans stuff. So similar types of guys. But yeah, like we were saying, the trades to get out of here are basically find someone who's bored and wants to play the lottery.
Yeah, I feel like a good amount of trades happen during the draft. This might be the year with the record low trades.
It's tough. Because
this year's second round picks aren't like any other year.
It's gonna go either a lot of trades or not, because with this draft, either you're just like completely out and it's like, I don't really care if I get a certain guy, or you're like, I think exactly this guy is the only good one and I really want to get him right here. So yeah, it could be a lot of that, but I don't know.
It's like, so here at 301, it's you, but let's say someone truly believes in Fields, Hurst, Allen, Jacoby Lane. Those are the four right here.
Like, I need this guy.
I guess someone could come up and trade for them.
Yeah, there's probably guys back here. Like, it doesn't even matter if it's picks either, because it could just be like, I'll give you like a receiver that plays. I'll give you a running back that plays, like a backup running back, because there's no running backs back here except Katron Allen. It's like, you give me a different handcuff that's not Katron Allen. Katron Allen is a handcuff. So I was like, well, maybe I'll just take a different handcuff besides this guy. It's the same kind of idea, where it's like, someone's like, I need Carson back. I need Carson back so bad. Here, I'll give you a handcuff. That's basically the idea there.
Yeah, this is, everyone says it. We've said it a million times.
Yeah.
This class is just different. It's like not last year, the year before. Like, I was excited in the third round when I got Braylon Allen and JT Sanders.
Because they have
I don't feel the same this year.
They have like crazy juice. Like, JT Sanders, good athlete, and went to Texas, so we get to watch him on TV all the time. And then Braylon Allen is like crazy athlete, and he's huge. So
and young.
There's things to get hyped about. Yeah, he's like outlier young for someone like who actually got drafted. Like, perfect circumstances lined up in his life to be drafted as like 19-year-old.
Yeah, you're like one of the youngest drafted players ever, but also is like built like Aaron Donald in a running back's body.
Yeah, this one
like,
is
absolutely
like
stacked.
Is like, nobody's getting to 1,000 yards as a receiver in the entire draft, basically. Like, I don't think Tate, Tyson, or Lemon have 1,000 yards. Maybe Lemon does, but
what's crazy is
Jalen Tyson have never gotten 1,000 yards in a season.
Well, also technically, all of them could walk in as wide receiver 2.
Yeah,
That's not normal. Like Tate is probably wide receiver 1, like him and Wandale.
Very likely.
Tyson's not gonna outproduce Olave if Olave's healthy.
Probably not.
Lemon's not outproducing Devontae Smith. If Devontae Smith is healthy, I won't talk about AJ Brown because everyone says he's getting traded to the Patriots. Imagine if he doesn't, though.
We're waiting
Then
for June. We're waiting for June,
Yeah.
apparently. Yeah. With all the
you
drama
imagine-
surrounding that squad. And the Raiders
So
just swoop in and get AJ Brown.
Let's say AJ Brown doesn't get traded.
Ooh, that's a tough spot for Lemon.
Do Lemon buyers cry?
Yeah, because Lemon at least
It's
has
already
a
a
chance
bad
to
passing
play.
offense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not
Already
like,
a bad passing offense.
it's not fun
I
to
personally
have your
don't
team
think
on
he's
Philadelphia.
Yeah, I personally don't think he's playing over Smith or Brown if Brown doesn't get traded.
It's not fun to watch Philadelphia, even just not for fantasy football. Like,
That's
if
the
you're
thing
if
about
you got a
that
guy on Philadelphia, it's like I'm not watching it. I just wait for the points to come through.
Yeah, well, just think about this. Outside of the first 3 picks, no one is guaranteed to be the guy. Well, Price actually is going to be the running back. Was going to be the running back for Arizona. Mendoza's going to be the key. Tate probably going to be wide receiver 1. Like they got Wandale,
yeah.
but that's
And Tate
is a
has
first round.
Brian Dable, who like will do the Malik Neighbors treatment of like just throw it to this guy every time.
We will throw the ball 48 times.
Yeah, we're gonna throw it at
37 of them will be Tate. The other ones will be Wandale.
Like Tennessee, New Orleans is going to be pretty similar of offensive. Like we're just going to chuck it 50 times and see what happens.
Yeah, it's seriously. Tate's going to be Neighbors, and Wandale's going to be Wandale from a couple years ago when the Giants.
Wandale just gets to keep being Wandale. Like these two teams have very similar receiver cores. Like you got Tate Olave, you got Tyson Wandale, you got Ridley, third guy Devon Vele. And then
they'll both throw a lot.
Yeah, they're gonna throw it like 50 times a game. Price, like it's good to have him because it's like don't expect like something incredible once the team's together because this team loves, as a guy who had to play with Ken Walker in redraft last year, it's not fun, but you have someone who might score a touchdown.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't, you're like really pissed because he's probably better than Charbonnet. And he's going to get all his touchdowns taken from him. Or they'll throw in Emmanuel Wilson to steal a touchdown from him. Just because they like to do that.
It's exactly like Ken Walker. Or like that meme. It's like,
yeah.
Ken, we need you to go 99 yards. Go down. Get out. It's my birthday. Get out.
Yeah. Yes.
Charbonnet needs a touchdown.
So as long as you know that's what you're signing up for with Jadarian Price, that you're good. If you don't expect that, if you didn't see all the memes, that's exactly what's going to happen. So as long as you know that, it's fine. Just don't be surprised when they do that to him.
Exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, you're like, to your point, that's the kind of thing you're looking at path 3.
Yeah, well, here, let's do this exercise. Go to a previous draft that's not the Malik Willis Kenny Pickett draft.
Let's check 2023.
Well, honestly, those drafts were
just last year.
Still had guys. You just go last year. Just be simple. Day one starter. Should have been a day one starter with Henderson.
Yes.
Should have been.
Day one starter. Somehow
we
missed.
Butchered it.
Oh no, we missed.
Yeah.
Week 4 starter.
Became a starter. Burden became wide receiver 2.
Became
and
a contributor.
A lot of hype.
Yes. Hype was already good.
Going.
Day one starter.
Arguably, he started week 1.
Yeah, he started
very early before he got injured.
Yeah, before he got injured, he was lighting it up.
Yeah. And then this is where you get like high upside guys. Like, can you imagine if Higgins was in this year's draft?
He'd be up there with like Concepcion, Boston. He'd be in the Boston range. He basically is Denzel Boston, but you're getting
Yeah.
Denzel Boston at 2.5 instead of like 111.
Like, you put these two drafts together. Could you imagine how far these guys fall, except for Love and
Well, like
Mendoza?
Tate is back here.
Yeah. Tate's not going over his teammates in Henderson and Judkins.
Mendoza's somewhere in here.
Yeah.
Love
He,
is right here with Genty.
mm-hmm.
But after those guys,
Love would probably. You could argue Love or Genty. I personally like Genty.
Genty is
but
Genty's a better prospect than Jeremiah Love. Just like purely college.
Yeah, but just
purely
by a
college.
little bit though. Yeah.
Yeah. Just purely
But
college. But
I would take Love over Omarion.
Oh. Ooh. I heard something. The heck was that?
I heard that too, but I don't know what that was.
I thought Brandon was in here or something.
I did too. It sounded like someone was clearing their throat.
Someone cleared their throat on us. Do I have like some weird AI thing going on? Close that. There's ghosts. I'm afraid of that. I didn't like that.
Well, I just thought about this. Think of where Kenyon Sadiq would fall in this draft.
Kenyon Sadiq is behind these
two tight
guys.
ends. Yeah, these two tight ends already went to the second round.
Yeah.
So where does Sadiq go?
Yeah, that's how packed. Well, Sadiq, I think, is a worse prospect than both of these guys. Like, these guys have crazy. Like, Warren has crazy counting stats, and Loveland is like better metrics because he played for Michigan, so he didn't really get counting stats, but he's like better. And Loveland's a better like
receiver,
fluid athlete versus Sadiq being like powerful athlete. Sadiq is like Warren, Stowers is like Loveland.
But like Warren is like Taysom Hill, as in at least in college, he played so many different positions. You wind up at receiver, tight end, fullback, quarterback.
Yeah.
Even
Warren's like insanely productive. Like Warren is like similar team as Sadiq. Like Sadiq struggling to break out production wise because of the team he played on. Warren was like that for the first 3 years he was there, and then he just like exploded. Like had so much production. So that's where they're like separated. Is like he actually did something in college. Sadiq not quite, but like other stuff was great about him. So Sadiq would be behind these two guys, but it like that's just how crazy like this class is really freaking good.
Yeah, okay, so that could be an argument, is like this is a really good draft class. This is probably, for at least for our league, gonna be up there with like the 2027 projected 2027.
Yeah.
So let's go to another class and compare.
So like, and what's crazy about this class is that they have the same number of QBs going in the first round, which is even crazier that it's this stacked. And it's not because of QBs. It's just there's really good players. There's really good players.
Look at all these running backs.
Yeah, we went from this to like we just got Jeremiah Love and Price hanging out.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Scrolled to the very end. So 6 in the half of the first round was a running back.
Mm-hmm.
And then we go to 2.
Yep. It's a struggle. And there's still just 2 QBs. And yep. So bit of a struggle.
Like, just the first 3 picks of the second round, they were all first rounders.
Yep.
Falling out of our first round.
Yes.
Every first round offensive pick is going to be picked before this year's draft will be done.
Just insane.
Just pick another random
like 2024 is really good. Like this is what you're probably gonna see. This is what you'll probably see from next year. Is they're projecting a lot of QBs. and based on like the stats they've already put up, they're gonna be like pretty close in line with like how these guys were ranked as like
That
prospects.
this is actually a pretty good comparison because like I'm not saying that these are the same players, but let's say like Arch Manning, Caleb Williams, Marvin Harrison, Jeremiah Smith,
Yep,
and then there's just so many QBs. You've
there's a
got
ton.
maybe not as many like top wide receivers in next year's draft outside of Jeremiah Smith, but
Like
you
Cam
got running
Coleman's
backs,
really good.
insane.
He,
TJ
yeah,
Moore
yep,
is getting a lot of hype, but then you have running backs. You have Nate Frazier,
yeah.
Amar,
That's the difference
Hardy,
between next year's class and this one. We had zero. We
yeah,
basically have
Lacey.
zero running backs to like come out of this one. Like
Yeah,
Tracy,
well, yeah,
Tracy was
both.
our best running back from this class. Well, no, it's Bucky, but
Yeah, Bucky.
like
But Brooks
we got a first round
got hurt.
guy, and he was already coming off ACL. Like our best guy in 2027 is not going to be like a guy who's just coming off of injury because someone would is behind him that could go up. We have like at least 3 guys that are going to be competing for being like top half of a first round pick.
But even just look at this. Like, just look at the third round. Bucky Irving, like he
Yeah.
had a lot of hype. Wilson, I know these guys haven't like not all these guys have hit, but like you were excited to get like Wilson in the third,
People were pumped for
Burton in
Tyrone
the
Tracy. People were pumped for Braylon Allen, Troy Franklin. I was like, Troy Franklin's awesome,
yeah,
dude.
Jalen Baker. Before training camp, everyone's like, this guy might be insane for the
Yes,
Patriots with Drake May.
Poke and Baker. They were like, this is
Both
Randy
of them.
Moss and Wes Welker all over again.
Yeah, Luke McCaffrey was getting a lot of buzz. Ray
Yeah,
Davis, McMillan was
McMillan was awesome with
oh
Odunze.
really good wide receiver in college before he
Yeah,
got hurt.
it was Odunze, Poke, McMillan, all on the same team, and they're like, these guys are just sick. Spencer Rattler had a documentary about him.
Vidal got a lot of hype.
Carson
Esme
Steele,
got a lot of hype.
dude,
Carson
Vidal
Steele
had
has
like
got a
the
pet.
most hype.
It might also been because of Brandon drafting
Yeah,
him. Carson Steele had a pet alligator,
I thought Will
which
Shipley
got a
was
lot
the
of hype.
goat.
Jordan Travis, if he didn't get hurt, had a lot of hype.
This is the dude that like prevented
Theo Johnson.
Tyler Warren from breaking out earlier. So
Yeah.
he had hype.
And he went the 4th round.
Yeah. Jacob Cowing is like one of the all-time leading receivers in college football history at the end of the 4th. Yeah.
Whittington.
Yeah. Blake Corum, national
Very
champion.
last.
Dude, Ricky Pearsall just like obliterated Mizzou when they played.
Yeah, it's just so different compared to this year.
This guy was
What's
actually like a very good prospect, and I don't know
Oh yeah.
how this has fallen apart, but that one was pretty crazy to get in the second round.
Yeah, Mitchell.
AD Mitchell, he's kind of bringing
so much
it
hype.
around. He's kind of bringing it back around.
I honestly think him on a team that isn't like I know he's on the Jets, but like they have Wilson, Sadiq, Cooper that they just drafted. I feel like he never really got a legit shot
Mm-mm.
to produce in the NFL because like first he was on the Colts, which was
It's packed.
loaded wide receiver, packed receiver room. Get straight to the Jets, and I just named off them, and I didn't even name Bryce Hall. Like they got other pieces that they're invested in. He was just kind of tossed into the sauce trade.
Yes.
But imagine him him on the Raiders, who don't have a clear number 1 wide receiver, or just like any other team. Even the outside of like T Mac, if he went to the Panthers, like he could get a lot of hype because he'd be like Chris Brazel or Breeze, however you want to say his
and he would
name.
have been there before
They drafted him.
McMillan, so he would have had even more of a shot. He still would have had to play with Bryce Young. Oh, got traded there now.
He got traded this year, like
Yeah.
he did. Like let's say it wasn't to the Jets, it was to the Panthers.
There's
They don't
like,
take Chris.
Even Commanders, like
Yeah.
There's a lot of opportunity at a lot of these different places. And
Oh, Green Bay.
yeah. Yeah, Green
That
Bay.
that's a, that was
That
that
room
was a
opened up.
yeah, that was a deep room, but like at least like all those receivers got chances to try to become the top guy.
Yeah. Imagine this
Like they
class
played all of
with
them.
running backs. Like
Yeah.
hyped running backs. Because none of them are here.
Well, this was a weak RB class.
We did this entirely with QBs, receivers, a tight end, all through like here.
Yeah, there's 2 tight ends
That's
drafted, and they were
amazing.
drafted. We had
So,
to go to late second to get
but
that
yeah,
second tight end.
basically we're getting something similar to this next year if all this stuff holds up, where not quite as good of a tight end, a few less receivers are just replaced by running backs. So like imagine Worthy, BTJ, McConkey are running back. I feel like you're
Well,
getting similar depth to this.
imagine those guys in this year's class.
The receivers.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
as think about just as prospects. Let's not say like their NFL production now.
Yeah.
Are you taking Tate over
I
BTJ?
think you
No.
would have to take. No, you wouldn't because Brian Thomas was like insanely productive with Malik
Yeah,
Neighbors.
at LSU. Exactly.
Yeah.
I would. You
So
could make the argument with Worthy because Worthy, I feel like he got drafted for
yeah,
his speed.
I'll try to like ignore like Worthy was actually pretty productive too, like over
Hmm
1,000 yards, maybe
Well,
before his
him
junior
and
year
AJ
too.
or
Yeah,
him and AD Mitchell were
yeah.
getting a lot of hype.
McConkey wasn't productive like at all, but he had to play at Georgia, and like all their
Yeah, but
QBs suck so bad.
he was a route running
But like
monster though.
all the like metrics are there to back him up. Of like if they just threw more, he'd be good.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying like Tate and Tyson would probably be around the range of like Worthy,
They
BTJ,
would, yeah.
McConkey,
Like
AC Concepcion, Denzel Boston, and Cooper
Tate and
would
Tyson
fall
would be
back.
drafted more around where these guys were if they were in this
Yep.
class. Yeah.
Yeah. And then into the second round. That it would just make this second round kind of nuts
Mm-hmm.
and make this second round even nuttier.
It would be, yeah. But I feel like that's kind of where we're going with 2027. So Jeremiah Smith ruining fantasy football. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, it's just now no one's gonna trade their
no,
2027 first.
no one's gonna because it could be Jeremiah Smith. My pick, like I plan on competing, but my pick could be Jeremiah Smith. You
I
never
think
know.
I might be able to win the championship, but I'm
Yeah.
not gonna trade my first
Yeah.
because if somehow
What if he
every
drops?
single player on my team gets hurt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's I don't know if you saw or not, but I watched a couple YouTube videos. Apparently on Twitter, he was getting like thrown around.
Mm-hmm.
Like people are like, "Why is Jeremiah Smith being hyped up? He's not better than." That was like the thing is like he's not better than, and people would put like these different receivers, and a
Well,
lot of people were saying like Malik Neighbors and like BTJ and all these other receivers. And it's like you guys like he's so good. He's not even getting drafted in this class, and you guys are just hating on him.
yeah,
And
because
like
like
he responded with like a laughing emoji or something like that, and it just pissed people off. So they're like doubling down with like more receivers that are better than him.
that's funny.
It's like
the rage.
Neighbors. I would say Neighbors was just nuts. Jamar Chase, Jefferson.
Yeah, he's along those lines
He's up there
where
with them.
his production is like as good or better than those guys. Like
Well, Julio
it's
Jones,
lining up with Julio and Megatron of like a prospect.
I wish I had this like
All the
ready
other,
to show you or
all the
share to you, but
trolls are like comparing him to like current day of these versions of players. Like he's not better than Chase. So like, well, he is a similar prospect to Chase, if not better, based on everything he's done.
Going back to what you were saying about Julio, I
Yeah.
saw a comparison, and honestly, with Julio, he had around the same amount of receptions and yards, but he had double the touchdowns. Which is insane to
Yeah.
say.
Which
Julio
is
was an absolute monster in college.
Yeah, because so Julio has double the touchdowns of Jeremiah Smith, right? Or is it the other way
Jeremiah
around?
Smith has
Jeremiah
double
Smith
the
is
touchdowns
yeah.
of Julio
For
Jones.
whatever reason, Julio is like one of the best receivers ever and just doesn't score touchdowns. Yes, see, that's pretty wild. Like he's earned like the hype. It's not. We're not saying like he's guaranteed to be the best receiver ever, but
Well, also
his production as freshman and sophomore lines up with the best receivers ever.
well, just think about this. He was wide receiver 1 as a freshman and sophomore.
That's insane.
Where did those receivers behind him get drafted?
Really high.
Tate was just a
They're
top
really
5 pick.
good.
Tate was just top 5. Mbuka, what was he? He was a first round pick. He was top.
Ibuka was a first round pick. He was top 20.
Yeah, he's top 15 for sure. Was he 15, 16?
Let's look.
He was somewhere around there. He was top 20 for sure. And Jeremiah Smith was beating him. Was wide receiver 1.
There,
and you want to
like
hate on him.
Jeremiah Smith looked so good that people were like, Ibuka's just a regular dude. Like, there's nothing crazy about Emeka Ibuka. He got drafted 19.
First round 19.
And
so still
he
top
comes
20.
out and just freaking lights it up first month before he gets hurt. And it's like, this guy was just hiding behind Jeremiah Smith like the whole time.
Yeah.
This absolute monster. And then we get
Tate
Carnell
behind
Tate.
both of them.
Carnell Tate doesn't even hit 1,000 yards. And people just like watch how good he plays. And it's like, we'll take him top 5, even though he's not the best receiver on his own team.
Yeah. Well, did you see Sony Styles messing with him at the draft?
No.
Okay, well, it was like all of the Ohio State guys, and he's like, "This is Arvell." Had a nickname for him. He had a nickname for like a bunch of other guys, and then he went over to Carnell Tate, and was like, "Yeah, this is Jeremiah Smith's teammate." He was pissed, and
that's good.
Sony Styles even was like, "Yeah, oh yeah, you gotta look up the clip." But Sony Styles was like, "It's just a joke, man. It's just I'm just messing with you." It was so funny.
Hey, I'm sitting here with Caleb Downs, man.
Like
hold on. This guy right here, man, inspirational. You know, some call him the Michael Jordan of football, or the LeBron of football. He's just a young phenom.
Bro,
He's the chosen one.
I feel like Sonny Styles is
whatever he does, he's great.
Football.
He's great at whatever he does.
Like 12-year stretch, dominate the league.
Then right here next to me, right behind him, we got the one and only Silver Bullet.
Man, chill out, bro.
He's the Silver Bullet. Yeah.
It's like the Silver Surfer.
He just plays like a bullet. You know what I mean? And then we got Jeremiah's teammate right here. Why you ain't laugh, bro? I'm trolling.
Yeah, he's not laughing. You can tell he's
sitting
mad.
here with Caleb Downs, man.
I saw a clip that was a little bit longer, and it was like, Sony was like, "Hey, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking."
He didn't even say anything. He's like, I'm not going to look at you or anything.
Sorry, you can tell he's kind of pissed. I do think Tate is good, but
no, he is.
Jeremiah Smith clears.
Like, he's got like all the like boundary skill, like all the
we can play
sideline grabs.
We can play this all day.
Yeah,
we can play this all day. Imagine if Carnell Tate isn't at Ohio; he's somewhere else.
Yeah.
Imagine if he was at LSU this year. LSU, honestly, well, their offense is kind of stunk.
Yeah, like,
but he would go off.
Yeah, there's a reason he got drafted so high, and didn't get 1,000 yards in the season he got drafted. It's because he's playing with freaking Jeremiah Smith.
Yeah, and even like they still got some great guys underneath him. Like Graham's really good, number 5.
Okay,
he's pretty good. They just got a freshman, something Boyd. They took him from Texas, and apparently like he's a route running demon. Like I saw a clip that he was routing up like their top corner, and then like everyone was like freaking out, and like he like the corner before, like the play before, like just totally locked him down, and then people were talking trash, and then he like broke his ankles in like a route, and then
that's awesome.
Was wide open for a touchdown, and you see the whole offense go and storm the field and like freak out.
That's good.
The Ohio State, and they just always have amazing receivers.
It's pretty easy bet just to take an Ohio State guy, and he'll probably be good.
Yeah, like Jeremiah Love is probably a better NFL wide receiver than Marvin Harrison Jr. And Marvin Harrison, like we were like, this is the GOAT wide receiver prospect.
Yeah,
Like
Marv was all hyped. Marv was hyped for sure.
Everyone had him over like Malik Neighbors, who everyone was saying then was a Jamar Chase copy paste, and everyone's like Marv is still better than him.
Yeah.
And Jeremiah Love is probably being hyped more than him.
Well, yeah, he's for sure hyped more. Jeremiah Smith's like production as freshman sophomore is better than pretty much anything Marvin Harrison ever did.
You would have to go back and just I don't. There's probably an argument it was like probably some of the best production of any receiver we've seen in college football, outside of like I don't even know, like someone who went to like a smaller school that didn't have as deep of a receiver room with them.
Like, let's look at Marvin Harrison's stats. Like, it's good. It's 1,200 yards, 14 touchdowns, sophomore, junior year. That's really good. But like, let's look at Jeremiah Smith. Like, he's got 1,300 yards,
freshman, 13
and
15 as a
15 touchdowns. This guy is like the Adrian Peterson of receivers. Like a guy who's like so like physically built that he could probably play in the NFL as a freshman.
Yeah. Now pull up Julio.
And like sophomore is technically a down year for Jeremiah Smith, but he had like
imagine having 1,200 yards,
12 touchdowns,
12 touchdowns, and that's your worst.
That's your down year. That's Marvin Harrison's best year. Is Jeremiah Smith's down year?
That's crazy. And like we said, he's not out of college with like no other receivers.
Exactly. He's not in Sisters of the Poor. Like Julio playing at Alabama. But I mean, Jeremiah Smith's playing at Ohio State. What's the problem? So Julio goes like, okay, decent years for like 900 yards for a freshman is really good.
Amazing.
He I don't know what happened the next year. He got like,
I think he might have got hurt.
He didn't miss the games, but it's like maybe something was going on. But then junior year, 1,100 yards, 7 touchdowns. Like,
so look, 15 touchdowns total. Jeremiah had 15
total as a freshman.
Yeah,
at 15 as a freshman. Julio had 2650 3 years. Jeremiah has 2550 in 2 years.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
Dude's a beast. Dude's earned the hype. Did I mess up Discord?
It seemed like you accidentally got kicked.
Well, shoot. Maybe that's
still live on.
It says it's still going, but maybe that's a sign we just ended. I think that's a good little exclamation point on the end of that.
Oh, one.
Everybody start.
Yeah, no, we're still live. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Us. You want to share your screen again and then we can officially close it out?
Yeah.
Because I just see your little croissant.
I'll share it again.
So that is why Jeremiah Smith is ruining Dynasty Fantasy Football.
Yes.
We just proved why.
Yeah, that's exactly why. So everybody just start tanking. Don't worry, nobody else is playing this year. We're all just quitting. There's not going to be a championship. We're just trying to see who loses the hardest this year. The championship doesn't matter. No one cares about the trophy. We're not even putting anybody's name on the trophy. We're putting whoever gets the first pick on the trophy this year. So
that's how you actually win this year, is getting the 101 with Jeremiah Smith.
Did you get Jeremiah Smith or not? And Tim might already have him. So it doesn't matter.
Well, Tim's got Isaac's pick,
Yep.
and then let's say Tim was what he did this year, trades away every quarterback after Burrow gets hurt.
Yes. As soon as
He's got 101,
as soon as
102.
Burrow gets hurt, he's all in on getting Jeremiah Smith.
He walks back into Jeremiah Smith and Arch Manning.
Yep. He's like, well, I'll just tank for Arch Manning. As soon as Jamar or Burrow gets hurt, he's like, I'll just go get Arch too. I'll join.
Oh my God.
At the bottom.
Do you think so? Let's say Joe Burrow don't actually wish this until he gets hurt. Tim's like, I have no chance again. You think other teams are like, we cannot allow Tim's team to get Jeremiah Love outside of Isaac's pick, but we cannot let him like tank to get Love and Arch Manning.
Like, I would be more worried about, well, yeah, because you said if his guys get hurt. So if his guys get hurt, try to get whoever's not hurt at this point, because he traded away all the fat. He's gonna have a bunch of rookies and then like the studliest studs. So if Burrow's hurt, just be like, hey, can I have Justin Jefferson since you're not gonna use him? Can I have Drake London? You know?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, because people are already are like, this dude's team is nuts.
Like, do we just not trade with him at all so that he scores points against his will?
Or people trade away to tank themselves to try to get it to where he doesn't walk into Jeremiah Smith and Arch Manning.
They
could. Burrow gets, let's say Burrow gets, he's injury prone, he gets injured. He still has these guys. He still had these guys last year, which Jefferson did have a bad season because of 9.
He didn't have the most losses. Jason somehow did that for him.
Yeah, but so
Tim's trading everybody away.
People see
he
that.
Still gets 4 wins.
But do other people say there's no way? Like, if like another team that's kind of
that's a good question, because I haven't seen anybody else use the rules correctly the way Tim does. Tim like understands the format, and a lot of the guys that are around him, like especially in this draft, like didn't go about it the way he did, which would have helped them.
Mm-hmm.
Isaac didn't try. All his guys tore their Achilles in solidarity, and like Grant could have done what Tim did, but Grant's not going to do that.
Yeah,
Jason didn't. Jason didn't have his pick anyway.
It's like
you weren't going to do
mad
that.
at
It was
him
way late in the season when everything happened.
Well, when I traded this first round pick, I had the second best record in the league.
Exactly.
And then Tucker Kraft and Malik Neighbors got hurt.
Grant probably could have raced him to the bottom better, but he just doesn't do that.
And also like you were saying, like Tim like knows the rules and like uses them to his advantage.
Mm-hmm.
I did that in our basketball league and almost got sent out of the league because I had the second most wins, but then you have a top 3 pick because I lost on purpose in the playoffs.
There's like 8,
so mad.
There's like 8 guys too, so it's like, oh no.
Like, oh shit.
What are we gonna do?
I had the second
There's
best
only 8 teams.
There's
only 8 teams in here. We can't do much about it. What's John say? John made it in the chat. John's hacking sleeper accounts, he says. We'll try it in person. We'll see what happens.
They say that on YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't see it for some reason.
Yeah, in the chat. I see it.
Oh, no, I see it.
But yeah, so like, there's not going to be a lot of guys, especially if your pick is already gone. Like Jason could have, because he had like a reason for it. Isaac was going to beat him out regardless because Tim didn't start fully doing that early enough.
With Jason's trade here, that was the Tyreek Hill trade. That was last year, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Like into last year. So
yeah, so Jason like couldn't have done anything about it. Yeah, it would have only been like if Jason still had the pick.
Jason also traded his second. He's not tanking on purpose to benefit other people.
Yeah, Jason's not in the business of let me keep my pick and make it better. You have to have a certain number of people that are trying to do what Tim just did, and it's very likely you're only gonna have one or two other people doing that because of how often other people trade their own picks early out. Like him and Logan you're never gonna be in a tank race with Jason and Logan, so that takes them out.
Also, Jason just believes like all his players got hurt, so he believes if healthy, he's a championship contender.
Mm-hmm.
So he's trying to always win.
Yeah.
So that's why he always trades his pick.
Yeah. So you have to have like the perfect combination of people that know the format and know how to use it for your advantage to actually get good players, and also be able to make the trades that you need to make, because
be willing to trade.
If you can't work together with somebody, then you can't make the trades even if you want to and understand the format.
I think I've traded with Jason 2 times, and they have taken like 3 months to.
Yeah.
Which I know a certain group chat was involved in one trade, and you guys were even like, guys, just shut up. You guys are so over it.
We were so happy when that was over. That was terrible. That was so bad for us because we weren't involved.
That was the only way Jason would answer, though. If I sent like, if I would text him on his phone or
that's the problem with Jason.
Not answer. The only way he would answer anything was that group chat.
That's a massive problem.
I'm sorry you guys had to go through that.
See, that's like the same kind of thing. It's like if you need to trade with a certain guy to get what you need to do, if you're in like a Grant situation here, like trying to compete, like race tank to the bottom, and I have to trade with Jason, it might not happen ever, or it'll happen too late.
That's the thing, is sometimes depending on what's going on, some of these people are really hard to get a hold of. Like Jason is very hard to get a hold of.
Mm-hmm.
During basketball season, I'm sure Harris is hard to get a hold of. He's busy.
Yep.
Well, also he does football, so just
he coaches everything. He coaches everything.
Yeah. So during school years, which is football season, it's probably hard to get a hold of him. I've noticed, at least with me, Harris kind of talks more for them, but I don't know if like that's because Chris is like, hey, you deal with it or anything like that. Yeah, I feel like the Grant is also hard to get a hold of. You might send him a trade, he might message you back like 2 weeks later saying no.
You gotta text Grant. You gotta text with Grant.
Isaac it's up there. He might answer in
Isaac's a freaking
4
doctor.
seconds. He might answer in 4 seconds. He might answer in
You have to be talking to Isaac on the 2 weeks that he's off a shift. Because if you catch him, if you catch him when he's on like operating room duty, then it's like, well, won't be hearing from that guy.
There's one time I was talking a trade with him, and he was like, by the way, I'm in surgery. Someone is texting for me. And I was like, what? Why are we talking about a trade right now? Like, what do you do? Be a doctor. Don't worry about this trade.
Like, I've got the residents helping me.
Yeah. It's like, dude, that's good for you if you're that dedicated. But like, this trade can wait.
Yeah. That's a league member you want.
It was like for like Stephon Diggs, because I wanted to stack with Drake May. And I was like,
we're keeping him around.
I wish I could probably search and find it, but it's just like he legit said like, oh, someone is texting for me, so don't say anything crazy, basically.
Isaac's in this league for life. Just for that.
Like, oh, this person their surgery took 5 minutes longer because Isaac was delivering
I was trying to get a deal
trade
done,
package.
Man. Trying to get a deal done. Yeah, man. So like, as much as people want these picks, like it's very unlikely that if something goes sideways for somebody that you're going to have like crazy competition, because it's literally just like your only competition will be just whoever is naturally bad that year.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, if you can manipulate your way around that, then there might not be anything anybody could do about it. So basically, the
Yeah,
only
and
way
then
you stop Tim from doing it again is to just not trade with him and make him keep all his good players.
well, then also another thing is you think about this class, and there's not a lot of picks that we went through where it was like going to have like positively or like guarantee you points for your team next year. So it's possible. Like obviously, some of these teams are down here because of injuries. Like I had neighbors and
hmm
have to get hurt, so
That's why
I
Isaac's down
fell.
there. That's why Grant's there. That's why
Isaac,
Jason's there.
so you can't say it's going to be exactly like this, but
hmm
it's going to be, or it could be similar because this year's draft class is weaker and isn't guaranteed as many starters as we were looking at past drafts, where
I
we had guaranteed starters in like the mid second.
and I was texting Isaac too, and his is a weird situation where he is not scoring a lot of points, but there's no points being scored against him, and he's like on the brink of the playoffs. And he's like, how do I get into the
Best defense in the
playoffs?
league.
Yeah, he had the best defense in the league. I can't waste this. You don't have the best defense back-to-back years ever. How do I get into the playoffs? I'm going to trade this pick, and then maybe my points will go up, and then they just don't go up because the guys he trades for get hurt as well. So
Well,
it's just absolute disaster.
go back to you pull up the trade because honestly, at the time, Isaac is trading 2 firsts, but he's getting
I
2
didn't like
starters.
it.
And
I didn't like it very much, but
I like the Rome part, but I'm
some
not a
people did
fan.
like it, but I was like, that's
I wasn't a
dangerous.
fan of. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of 9, but
But you
I
guys
like
like,
Rome.
did you guys like understand like how I
I
was saying like
understood.
this is a dangerous thing to do?
I understood why Isaac would accept it because
Because he wants to play in the playoffs.
he has a weird thing with hating picks.
Yeah.
So he wanted to get, and he loves Rome. So he wanted to get Rome. He got a second, and then he got McCarthy, who was a starting quarterback at the time.
Yes.
So I understood it. I personally probably wouldn't have done it, but I understood where he came from because he needed a wide receiver and he needed another starting QB on because he just had Hurts
hmm
and Kirk O'Chains was hurt or
Yeah.
benched.
If
No,
McCarthy
did he
were
get hurt and benched?
playing better at the time, and if Rome was healthy at the time, he was like coming off of an injury, like it would have helped him get into the playoffs. Probably wouldn't have been 101. So that's just like really bad luck on the Rome part, on the McCarthy part, not so much. But like it isn't, and it's not like guaranteed. It's back to back 101s. It's just like you got some work to do, which we told him that when it first happened. It's like just you got plenty of time. It doesn't have to be disaster, and don't just get desperate, basically.
Yeah.
So, but it's
Yeah, I
something
understood
I'm gonna look at
why
almost
he
every single
accepted it.
show until we know where that 27 is, because
Yeah, that's the thing is
there's a chance it's Jeremiah Love and Jeremiah Smith.
if that's the thing is when it happened you could understand, but now hindsight 2020, if that becomes Love and Jeremiah Smith, you're like, what the fuck are you thinking?
Move over, Patrick Mahomes. We have a new all timer. At least this one needed like multiple things to happen instead of
Yeah.
just like over multiple years instead of just Mahomes for Kirk Cousins.
Oh wait, there's you can see my second round pick getting tossed around.
Yeah.
Wait, where does how many trades was that thing involved
Isn't it
in?
5? I think we said it was 5.
I see 1, 2,
1,
saw like 3 on this.
2, 3, 4. 5. 5. Yep. 5
That's
and 4
crazy. I just
months.
kept finding
Yep.
its way back to me.
Yep. 5 and 4 months.
That is crazy. Just kept flipping it around.
Yep.
I pick probably as SCDs. I probably shouldn't pick someone with it. Probably the bad omen. Been traded so many times. There's no way 205 is
Yes.
gonna work out.
Yes. So like Isaac's pick, if you can get like a running back who's gonna score points, like
From Isaac though, like, what are you talking about? Me trading?
no, I'm
for it?
saying like Isaac. Speaking of
Oh,
his
Isaac
like
keeping it.
position, if he can like trade 2-1 for like a vet, that would help him a lot.
Well, do you want to pull up Isaac's team?
Yeah,
Because I feel like he kind of needs everything.
he does. But
He has like
he has like he's got Rico. He's gonna like Rico will be playing. Still got Hurts. That's a good start. You could like
Gambuka,
you can
Rome
split
are
Hurts
good.
if he really wanted to. He could split both of these guys if he wanted to. He's got Watson. So he's good on receiver if he just wants to hold on to that. He's probably just going to hold on to Schultz because he's the biggest Schultz
He won't trade for tight
fanboy
ends
ever.
either.
But he needs running backs.
Unless you're
He needs running
trading,
backs.
yeah, unless you're trading him Brock Bowers, he's not going to trade for a tight end.
Yeah, because all these guys like just fell through.
Yeah, he needs another running back.
Like Eckler, Najee, like Connor needs to get traded.
his
He needs
receivers are
Connor to
good,
get traded
decent.
to somebody.
Yeah, he needs running
He
back,
needs like a pop off
quarterback.
from Blake Corum, but he needs like too many things to go correctly. So I feel like 2-1 can become like a good starter, like a running back.
Well, Sanders might start, I guess.
Sanders
but
could start, but
I
like what's
like
he gonna score you? He needs points, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's true. Because
like,
I think
Sanders just
Well,
starting, you know.
also sounds like Watson's going to beat him out.
Yeah.
Deshaun, not Christian.
Yeah.
Christian doesn't go to massage parlors. Or at least we don't know yet.
Yeah. So then like you could like if you really wanted, you could turn Hurts into like 2 QBs. I really think someone would do that if they had like extra QBs. They'd be like, I'll just take Hurts.
Dane and Jet, do they trade something for Hurts? Get a QB?
They could. They just don't have any QBs to give back to him.
Yeah, Isaac would want a QB back.
Mm-hmm. Because Isaac doesn't want just picks. He's gonna want players.
Well, with our draft, they
got Mendoza.
We did a mock. Yeah, they
and
wouldn't do that.
And Isaac wouldn't be like all in on Mendoza. I feel like
probably not.
He'd be like, he's got to sit a year. So yeah, he's got to find some buddies for Rico at running back. And I feel like 2-1, instead of just taking Jonah Coleman, you could get a vet that's going to play. And find somebody who wants to play the lottery.
Yeah, it's
like that could be
stuff with this class.
That could be a pretty good thing for Logan of like, I'll give you Monty, I'll give you Pollard. You let me have 2-1, I'll play the lottery. That could be who else has something like that? Probably not Grant. Maybe Jason. No, Jason has more receivers, but it'd still be points. Like Ramondre,
running back.
Yeah, like Ramondre. Maybe no, it's the same problem. Tebow. You could trade Tebow, lose all his Samson powers. Jason has a lot of receivers that Isaac could take though. Where he has like Godwin, he's got Jacoby, like those guys would be really good for his squad. And then Jason could get Young because he's getting all the old guys.
Yeah. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to get off though.
Yep. I kept
Ryan.
thinking that every point along the way, and then I just think of something else to talk about. All right, we're getting out of here, guys.
I did it too.
Next show, we're gonna have actual spots for all these rookies.
Yeah, we'll recap the draft, and maybe we could see if someone wants to talk about their team. Derek, you still need to talk about your team.
Would love to have a
Speak the
guest.
whole rest of the league.
Would love
I
to
have
have
a
a
guest.
guest. All right, we'll see you later, guys.
I feel like, yeah,